At Thanksgiving, my uncle joked, he'll probably ask for leftovers. I just laughed. Then my sister's boyfriend walked in, saw me, and froze. He whispered, that's him, pulled up his phone, and my aunt dropped her fork. I'm the family disappointment. Always have been. Dropped out of med school at 24, 2 years in, $180,000 in loans already stacked up. My parents didn't speak to me for 6 months. My younger sister, she's the golden child. Corporate lawyer at 28, makes $240,000 a year. Drives a white Tesla. Wears Louboutins to family barbecues. I work at a nonprofit I started. We help families facing medical bankruptcy. I make $38,000 a year and live in a 500 square foot apartment in a building where the heat barely works. My uncle never let me forget it. Every single family gathering, he'd find a way to remind everyone I was the failure. Still saving the world on food stamps? When are you gonna get a real job? Bet you're here for the free meal. That Thanksgiving, I almost didn't go, but my mom called 3 times, practically begging. So I showed up with a store-bought pie and low expectations. The moment I walked in, my uncle was waiting. He had a beer in one hand and that same smug grin he always wore. Well, look who showed up, he announced to the entire living room. He'll probably ask for leftovers before dessert. Everyone laughed. My dad, my cousins, even my mom gave this uncomfortable smile like she agreed, but didn't want to say it. I just nodded, said nothing. Took my coat off and went to the kitchen. My sister wasn't there yet. She'd texted the family group chat 2 hours earlier saying she was bringing her new boyfriend. Everyone was already obsessed with him. My mom had been talking about him all week. He's a financial analyst. He went to Princeton. He volunteers at a children's hospital. Translation, he's everything you're not. I helped my aunt set the table. She didn't make eye contact, just handed me plates and pointed where they should go. That's how it always was. I existed in the background, a placeholder, the cautionary tale. Then the front door opened. My sister walked in first. Her arm looped through this tall guy in a charcoal suit. He had one of those polished smiles, the kind you see in LinkedIn profile photos. Clean cut, confident, expensive watch. My dad practically jumped up to shake his hand. My mom hugged him like he'd already proposed. My uncle clapped him on the back and offered him a drink before he even took his coat off. The boyfriend was mid-laugh at something my dad said about the Lions game when his eyes drifted across the room and landed on me. His smile vanished. His face went completely white like he'd seen a ghost. He stopped walking, stopped talking, just froze in the doorway, staring. My sister tugged his arm. Babe, you okay? He didn't answer. His hand went to his jacket pocket, fumbling for his phone. His fingers were trembling so badly he almost dropped it. The room started to notice. Conversations trailed off. People turned to look. The boyfriend pulled up something on his phone, his eyes flicking between the screen and my face. Back and forth, back and forth. Then he shoved the phone toward my sister, his voice barely a whisper. That's him. My sister looked at the screen. Her jaw dropped. She looked at me, then back at the phone, then at the boyfriend. Are you sure? I'm sure, he said, his voice cracking. That's him. My aunt was holding a serving fork. It slipped from her hand and clattered onto her china plate so loud it echoed through the whole room. My uncle stood up. What the hell is going on? The boyfriend walked toward me slowly, phone still in his hand, his eyes glassy. He stopped 3 feet away. Do you remember a girl? 11 years old. Leukemia case about 3 years ago. I blinked. The memory hit me like cold water. Yeah, I said quietly. I remember. His face crumpled. He covered his mouth with his hand, tears spilling over. That's my little sister. The room went dead silent. 3 years ago, he continued, his voice shaking. She was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She was 11 years old. We didn't have insurance that covered it. The bills were $340,000. We were going to lose our house. My parents were selling everything. He wiped his eyes with the back of his hand. Then someone paid it. All of it. The hospital said it came from a private foundation. Anonymous donor. We tried everything to find out who it was. They wouldn't tell us. Legally couldn't. He held up his phone. On the screen was a photo. Grainy. Printed on hospital letterhead. A candid shot of me standing in a hospital hallway talking to a doctor. This was in the paperwork by mistake, he said. Just this one picture. No name. I've been looking for you for 3 years. My mom's hand went to her chest. My dad's mouth hung open. My sister looked like she'd been punched. My uncle, for the first time in my entire life, had nothing to say. The boyfriend stepped closer. My sister's cancer-free now. 2 years in remission. She's 13. She's in 8th grade. She's alive because of you. I didn't know what to say. So I just asked, how's she doing? Really, she's perfect, he whispered, and he started crying again. I nodded, grabbed my coat from the hook by the door. I'm glad she's okay, I said. Then I walked out. Didn't touch dessert, didn't say goodbye, just left.